Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. Today I wanted to do a reading for you on the topic, what similarities will you share with your future spouse, your soulmate, your twin flame, your special person, whoever you wish to apply it to. And I dreamed of this topic this morning before I woke up, and when I woke up I couldn't remember what topic it was, so I asked Spirit, what topic is it? And I just immediately got it. So if you clicked on this reading, if you're watching this, if you're curious about this, you're meant to be here. And yeah, I told the universe that I would really like to give them a reading. If that is what the collective is calling for, then that is why I decided to do it right now. So let's see. We have Agna for group number 1. This will be your card. For group number 2, we have Tantra. For group number 3, we have Pratyahara. So take your time to select any one of these cards, whichever one calls to you. And the timestamps, as always, are in the description for you, and you can click and watch your reading directly. However, I'm going to go ahead with my prayer ritual that I always do before all of my readings, and you're welcome to join me. But this is optional, so if you wish to skip this part, that's totally okay as well. Select your group, select your card, and you can click on your reading directly. So for those of you that love this prayer ritual as much as me, let's take a deep breath in, gently, slowly, through our nose, and slowly exhale it out. There's no need to rush, there's no need to panic. You are allowed to stay present with your body in this moment, right this second. Take your time to feel the air moving through your nose into your lungs. Take the time to tune in to the frequency of your body, of whatever it is that it's trying to communicate. Let's settle back into our heart, into our bodies. Feel the tension leaving your body every time you exhale. You are held, you are safe, you are chosen, and you are loved. You are supported by your guides on your journey to fulfillment, whatever that means to each and every one of you. Let's begin by calling upon your spirit guides, your higher self, angels, ancestors, light beings that are watching over my soul family, that are guiding my pile number 1, 2, and 3. I call upon you with gratitude and divine love in my heart. Please stay with me as I channel for my soul family, my group number 1, 2, and 3, and allow me to give them accurate information and messages that they need right now. I call upon your future spouse's higher self, your soulmate's higher self, and create this space for all of you. I cleanse my own energy, my own auric field. I cleanse the energy of my group number 1, 2, and 3, my soul family that has tuned in today to watch this reading. I gently cleanse their frequency so that they can receive this reading with love and feel any messages from their soulmates, their future spouses. Thank you so much, my soul family, for giving me the honor to read for you yet again. Thank you so much for supporting me in whatever way you can. For all those of you that have booked your personal readings with me, thank you so much for your sacred energy exchange. I welcome you and still hold love in my heart. And as I close off this prayer, I would like to dedicate this entire prayer to you, my dear loves. Thank you, my divine lights, for making me feel a sense of purpose and meaning. I hope the readings bring you clarity, love, and whatever it is that you are looking for: strength, hope, tranquility, peace, and calm. This is my utmost and highest intention for today's reading. I now close this prayer and will now see you at your reading. Hello, my loves. If you chose group number 1, you chose this card, which is the Ajna Chakra, or the third eye chakra, and it's signified as this beautiful purple color. So right off the bat, I'm sensing the very first message that I'm getting from your guides is that you, your soulmate, and or your future spouse, whoever it is that you're watching for, they have a very strong third eye chakra and can penetrate through the human shadow. Now I'm feeling that for some of you guys, your soulmate has been through a lot in life and they have experienced a lot of deceit or pain. I'm hearing disloyalty, some form of betrayal. There seems to be some sort of pain where your future spouse trusted the people in their past and the trust was used against them. It was manipulated against them. they played a zero-sum game with your soulmate or your future spouse, okay? And this broke your future spouse's heart, but it didn't make them bitter. I don't get that it made them bitter, because I feel like your soulmate also has a high frequency just like you, and they do not want to be a bad person. So I don't think they became bitter and they decided, okay, I'm also going to be mean to the world because the world is mean to me. Or, oh, if everyone is out, out only looking for their own self, only interested in their own best interest, then I'm going to become selfish too. I feel like your future spouse does not move through the world like that. That is not what I'm picking up. I feel like when your future spouse was in pain because of whatever betrayal and deceit they experienced, they asked the universe, they put that question forward into the universe, that why did this happen? Like, why did they betray me? Why? And they really tried to understand it logically because they were so hurt. They were in a lot of pain. But that understanding also liberated them, because they now understand why some human beings are narcissistic or abusive or manipulative and why they operate the way they do. So your future spouse is like, I don't need to become sad or upset about this. I will hold my own energy and I will do whatever it is that I wish to do. That is what I'm seeing. And I feel like with the active 3 eyes over here, the third eye chakra, again signifying the third eye chakra, I feel like they have learned to look deeply within people. Like they've learned to see deeply into people's soul. Like an insecure person could act a certain way, or if a person speaks a certain way, then they could betray you. I feel like they've learned to watch the signs, and I feel like their intuition is also very strong. So their intuition tells them, this is not a good person, this is not to be trusted, like this deal, you shouldn't go forward with it. And I feel like they always have learned to listen to their intuition, because their intuition has never betrayed them, even though human beings have. So a very active third eye chakra. If it is not betrayal or deceit, I'm sensing that some of you, it's either you or your soulmate. It could be both of you or one of you. Whoever's watching this reading, take it as it resonates. But I'm sensing some sort of a family feud or familial traditions or cultures being used against you to keep you under control or to bypass manipulative and abusive authority. And you were not allowed to question, or your soulmate was not allowed to question it, and you were expected to just follow. And I feel like you both of you didn't do that. 0404, as I say that, both of you chose not to be under the thumb of abusive authority or abusive people. And I feel like I see that both of you have made your choice in life, where you've learned to liberate yourself from your own shadows, but also the shadows of shadows of other people. And I think that that's what's similar about you. This energy footprint is very similar, like your auric field is very similar. It could be purple, doesn't have to be, but yeah, I sense this sort of energetic resonance between both of you. And I feel like when you meet, or when you do come into union, you guys will feel that, and you guys will be like, oh my gosh, that's the exact same thing that happened to me, but it was my mom that did that. And then your person could be like, oh, that happened to me, but it was my friend, or it was my father, and you guys have similar stories, and you guys will be surprised by just how synchronistic your life has been. Because before you met each other, not when you met each other or after you met each other, but before you met each other, and how similar your energy is, and how you've made decisions in your life. And I feel like you'll be like, oh my gosh, like that's exactly what I thought. And your soulmate is going to be like, that's exactly what I thought when I was in a lot of pain. Wow, so right off the bat, we are starting off with a very beautiful, potent, clear and strong energy. So I love this for you, group number 1. Let's get into the rest of the cards and see. I feel like this is a divine union. Something about you is divine. Something about your soulmate is divine, and your guides are definitely watching over you. So for group number 1, please. Gosh, I love doing readings because I get to tap into such beautiful energies. My guides always bring me the best people on this channel, so it always feels good to read for you. Wow, we have the Chariot reversed. Now, I see that some of you could have a bit of a fiery energy, and you could disagree in a fiery way, or you're like, no, absolutely not. And maybe your soulmate is like, oh, but try coffee, you know, it's fantastic. And you're like, no, I don't drink coffee. No, straight up. And I feel like I don't see a conflict or a fight as of that, but I do see this sort of like a fiery tension between both of you. And I feel like they also have a lot of fire energy, you know, and you also have a lot of fire within yourself. I'm not sensing fire placements specifically Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I do feel that, you know, you could be a water sign, you could have like your whole chart filled with water, but I do sense that there is a strong sense of self to you. There is a strong sense of fire in your soul, and whatever you do not like, you do not like, and you will not accept it. So I do sense some divine friction. This is not the kind of friction that turns into a fight, so you know, you don't need to worry that, okay, how is this person going to react. They won't react badly if they're your soulmate, you know, they will respect you. So that's what I'm sensing from this beautiful card. Then we have the Queen of Wands, of course. As I say, you are fire, you've got fire energy. The Queen of Wands just comes out to confirm that Wands is literally fire energy. So yes, some of you could have fire placements in your chart. Leo rising, I just heard Aries rising, or Sagittarius sun, moon, Venus, or Mars, and they see you as someone who's really passionate, confident, and who knows their ish, okay, who knows their stuff, who knows what they're talking about. They see you that way. They also see you as feminine. They see you as someone who's aware of their own shadows, this black cat representing the shadow. I feel like you have made friends with your shadow, or when you meet your soulmate, you'll have made friends with your shadow. Like, you, if you see something within yourself, it's not something that you do not like, it's not, you don't reject it. I feel like you accept it. So if you find yourself, for example, getting jealous of another woman, you immediately, you know, pull your energy, and you immediately sort of center yourself, and you tell yourself, I'm not going to compare myself to another woman. She is beautiful and so am I. I'm willing to see my own beauty. And you're willing to sort of dissect where that jealousy came from, or what exactly it was. And yeah, I see you've made friends with your shadow. Like, you've made peace with your negative emotions. You don't have an antagonistic attitude, which is why you come off as so damn powerful. And that is also how your future spouse sees you. And I feel like your future spouse is also like that. But if you are feminine and you're looking for a masculine partner, so they are fiery in a masculine way, so they could embody more of like the King of Wands energy, and you embody more of the Queen of Wands energy. Now we have the Five of Wands reversed. As I said, now when it's upright, as you can see, there are people fighting, but when it's reversed, it's the opposite. It's people reaching resolution, a solution, giving up fight, giving up hope. But that is not what I'm sensing for you. I do sense that this card is saying that if you guys ever have a fight together, you will resolve it peacefully. Because I do sense that even though you're fiery, there is a lot of respect for each other. So I think that there are certain lines that both of you do not cross with each other. If you know that saying something will hurt your person, you don't say it. And I feel like your future spouse is also the same way. They respect you. They see you as the Queen of Wands for sure. Whoever you are, doesn't matter your gender, they see you as the Queen of Wands, someone who's like a queen in their own right, and someone who deserves to be respected first and foremost, you know. And so I do see them not crossing a certain lines with you, not crossing a sacred boundary with you. So if you did make it clear that you do not wish to be spoken in a certain way, your soulmate would never speak to you like that ever again. That's what I'm sensing. Four of Wands, you both could also be introspective and wanting to spend time with each other, and I feel like you have similar interests. But I also feel like you might not wish to go out on dates, because your energy replenishes them and their energy replenishes you. So I feel like you guys are in your own bubble, you love spending time together. So it's not like one person wants to go out and one person wants to stay at home. I feel like both of you would love to just stay at home. And so very similar dates. I'm getting like very similar date ideas. You might enjoy very homely dates, maybe cooking a meal at home or something very domestic, something that's comfortable, that's peaceful. Like, I think you both don't like chaos, don't like to perform, you just want to be real. And a person in their own house is like the most real, you without makeup or just in casual clothes, and you guys love each other. So I see that there is a level of comfort, there is a level of solace and peace in your home, or when you guys are together, whichever apartment, whether it's your place or their place. I do sense you spending a lot of time with each other. And you will also love to sleep with your future spouse. Just sleep, not, I don't say that in a sexual way, just sleep. Like, I feel like you love to just be in their arms, and I feel like they will love to hold you. So if you love to be held, then yeah. So when I say similar, yeah, that's what I'm sensing. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. I don't think your future spouse is not going to know. Like, I think they're not going to know how to approach you at first, group number one. And they're like, oh my gosh, my cup is this overflowing giant cup of love. Does pile number one even want it? Like, they are the Queen of Wands. Does pile number one even like wish for it, ask for it, need it, want it? But I feel like when they do come forward, okay, when the Knight is upright, when they do come forward, I feel like you'll welcome them with open arms. You're not going to be mean or cruel. But I do see that you have boundaries, so I don't see you compromising, which is a great thing, group number one. And your soulmate, your future spouse, loves that about you. So they know that they have to come correct. And I feel like that's what builds respect, is that you are the kind of person that wouldn't settle. You don't settle. You would rather wait or be single than be with the wrong person. And I feel like your soulmate will sense that, and they respect that about you. They admire that about you. Two of Wands reversed. They could want to take you out on trips, but again, it's your call. It's your call. So I do see that they would want to take you out to places. They don't want to just, they want to show you off. Like, they don't just want to be in the house all the time. So you won't have house dates all the time. You will go out, but yeah, I feel like they might pitch that idea to you. So this could be something that's like different or opposite. But again, I don't see you guys fighting. I don't, like, there's a lot of respect, and you guys communicate in a peaceful, amicable way where you don't make each other feel bad for wanting whatever it is that they want or you want. So there's a lot of harmony in this relationship, even though you guys are fiery. That's what I'm sensing. Do you guys want a reading next on what are the differences between you and your future spouse? Like, I would love to do that. I was thinking of doing that topic for my next reading. So let me know in the comments if you would like that. And we have the Seven of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Page of Wands upright. With the Seven of Swords reversed, I'm getting this really strong message that maybe they felt in the past that they had to lie or manipulate or be fake to get love. They had to perform or they had to be a certain way to be loved. But I feel like with you, they don't feel like that. So you are like a new experience. They're sensing something new. They're experiencing what it is like to be loved for who they are. Not for what they provide, not for their money. I feel like you don't care about things like that. Like, you really just care about a person's soul and how they move through life and how they treat you, whether there's respect and trust and communication. Like, these things are sacred to you. So you are self-sufficient and confident within yourself. So, or you will be when you meet your future spouse. So you don't need validation or approval or money or any, those superficial things like that, like a bag or something. I feel like you really just want to build a genuine connection with the soul of a person. And with the Seven of Swords reversed, I feel like especially the masculine energy here, could be you, could be them. The masculine energy here is going to put down his walls or their walls, and they are going to experience what it is like to just be loved for who they are, not for their money, not for what they provide, not for what they perform, not their confidence, not their control or whatever, but for their vulnerability, for who they are. Like your soulmate is saying, you saw the little boy in me and you loved it, like, and you didn't hurt him, like, because a lot of people, as I said, have tried to hurt them, so they have built walls. Again, these two cards coming out side, like just side by side. So it's telling me that yes, your future spouse did feel like they had to have walls with people, but I think you slowly and gently dismantle the walls without trying. Your presence just creates that safe space, and so your future spouse is going to feel safe with you. And yeah, this is a very beautiful energy, and in return I feel like they offer you a lot of safety as well, for you to be yourself, for you to be more confident. So they're going to be like, do you need something, should I get you something? Like they'll want to just like provide for you emotionally, physically, materially. But I feel like that's not most important to you. And I feel like that's also a similar thing between you guys, is that they were looking for someone who could love them without conditions, and you are also looking for something that was not conditional, in that sense where like it's about money or people are using each other, it's transactional. But I feel like this relationship is sacredly transactional. Like none of you feel used, because there's so much respect, there's so much devotion and reverence. So yeah, neither of you feel used. Like even if you were to do something for your soulmate, you're not feeling less than, you're not feeling like, oh, I'm coming down from being like the queen of wands, I'm coming down from my throne to like be with this soulmate. Like I don't sense that happening. You never have to step out of your energy for this person, which is such a beautiful thing. And wow, this was actually a great reading, and I'm so happy that you clicked on this reading. Whoever you are, group number 1, your energy is immaculate. Keep doing what you're doing, and all the very best. If you wish to book a personal reading with me, my email address is in the description. You can contact me and write me an email from there. And if you have any questions, or if you love the reading, leave those in the comments. I'd love to read them. And thank you so much for watching this reading and for spending your time with me. Thank you to your soulmate, your higher self, your spirit guides, my guides, and all of the wonderful and beautiful cards that help me channel for my divine and beautiful and amazing group number 1. And I will now see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose this card, the second card, which is called Tantra, then this is going to be your reading. This is a really beautiful card, and I sense a beautiful energy from both of you. Again, I'm seeing this as the divine feminine and the divine masculine, regardless of your gender. Now, the word Tantra, literally when you translate it, it just means technology, okay? And in the Indian traditions, in the Indian yogic culture, Tantra was seen as the technology to experience oneness, to experience union. And again, the word yoga, it's actually yog, and it means union. So this was basically to touch like the higher divinity or the higher self, or to bridge the gap between the human and the divine. And what I'm sensing from this is that your union firstly is divine, right? And I also sense that I feel like you're going to be very attuned to each other, but whoever is the masculine energy here is very attuned to the feminine energy. So if you are the feminine energy, your masculine soulmate, your masculine future spouse, they're going to be very attuned to you, to how you breathe, how you walk. There is a lot of devotion, there is a lot of reverence, is what I'm sensing from this card. That is what I'm intuitively picking up. but it's devotion and reverence in a different way. Again, whoever is carrying the masculine energy here, they are devotional in a way that is like they are physically protective of your space. They do not allow anyone to dismiss you or judge you or be mean to you or cruel to you. If they pass, if somebody passes a snide remark to you, group number 2, then the masculine energy is like, nope, they are not going to let it slide. Again, I don't feel like they're starting a fight or drama or something, but they will stand up for you. Okay, so their devotion and reverence is more in a tangible, physical, 3D way, whereas your devotion and reverence towards the masculine, or if you are the feminine, whoever's the feminine energy here, the feminine energy's devotion is so much more internal, so much more spiritual, almost. Like the masculine energy here offers physical protection and the feminine energy here offers spiritual protection. So the feminine energy here offers her divine intuition, her wisdom, and she'll be like, no, don't do this, don't go there today. And you don't know why you're saying that, but you are. And I feel like your soulmate will respect that, because every time they don't listen to you, it's not gone well for them. So I feel like they will listen to you. So I sense a lot of divinity in the energy between you both. So when you do come into union, I feel like you will be able to access the higher, like you will level up spiritually again. And I feel like you are leveling up, and to meet your future spouse, you're going to have to be at a certain frequency. But I do sense that even after you meet your future spouse, you're going to level up. Like after this union, you're going to level up again. I also feel like I heard tantric S, if you know what I mean. So I feel like the S between you is also going to be spiritual. Again, I'm not covering a lot of like the 18 plus details. This reading is not about that, so I will respect the topic, but I just wanted to say that yes, there is a lot of divine S energy here. There is a lot of passion, and when they say like, tantric S, that means it's slow and it's like candles and all this, but it doesn't have to be. It just means that you are creating a space where when you're physically intimate, you create a safe space for each other. So the S itself could be rough or soft, or whatever it is that two people prefer, whatever floats your boat, whatever you both love. No judgment here whatsoever, but it's very compatible. Like you guys are very compatible. So if you like it rough, they also like it rough. If you like it soft, if you like it slow, they also like it slow. I feel like you guys are kind of like very tuned to each other, like a moth to the flame. That's how the masculine is with the feminine here. That's what I'm sensing. Really beautiful energies for today's groups. I don't know who you are, but wow. Pile 1 was also beautiful, and Pile 2, again, very different energies. I don't see a similarity between Pile 1 and Pile 2, but this is a very beautiful energy for sure. Like I feel like you guys could be my Scorpio pile, my water pile, but I feel like a lot of you guys could be Scorpios, because S is something that's really important to Scorpios. But Scorpios are also not frivolous with the people that they choose to be physically intimate with. They're not going around and having S with everybody, which again, no judgment. If that is what people do, then it's fine. But Scorpios have a certain level of like, they need a certain level of depth, and I feel like you're like that. You need a certain level of depth, and you don't like being approached just without a thought, or someone is coming at you with a pickup line or calling you pretty, calling you handsome, and like that's not gonna do it for you. Group number 2, I feel like you need a lot of depth, you need vulnerability, you need trust. These things are divine to you, and I feel like you will find them with your future spouse, because that's the similarity. They are also looking for you. They are also looking for a person who does not love the shallow. What is that song? Hold on, I'm hearing this song by Lady Gaga. Or do you need more? I'm off the deep end. Something sink in. Watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. So something lyrics like that. This is from a movie called A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper. Lady Gaga, she sings the songs in this movie. It's been such a long time since I heard the song. I can't even recollect the lyrics at the moment. But yeah, if you wish, I'm not getting the movie itself. The movie is kind of sad, but I am getting that song. Something, watch as I dive in, I'll never meet the ground, or you'll never meet the ground, something like that. Anyway, I'm not going to sing it. I'll just leave it there. Let's get some cards for you and see into this beautiful energy deeper. Ooh, we've got the Ten of Cups reversed. I feel like your soulmate feels a little bit lost, or you both feel a little bit lost before you meet each other. And when you come into each other's orbit, I feel like there is a sense of completion, like there is a sense of strong purpose, like, and you guys could feel a very strong sense of destiny and fate at play. When you guys come into union, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like this is what I was meant for, you know. And I feel like you'll have this sense of like epiphany, the sense of like the timing is right, the moment is right, everything that happened in exactly the right way, and everything that went wrong had to go wrong exactly that way, so that this moment where we meet could happen, so that this moment where we are together could happen. And I feel like you will have this sort of acceptance for your past. You will understand that divine fate as it is at play. And you'll also, I feel like you are similar in the sense that you have similar dreams and goals for the relationship itself. Like if you want a family, your soulmate will also want a family. If you don't wish to have a family with kids, like if you don't wish to have a biological child of your own, then they will also be like, okay, I don't wish to have a child of my own. Like I feel like there isn't, like you guys are very tuned in. Again, pile number one was also tuned in, but again their energy was different, very different from you. And I see that you guys are also very tuned in with each other. Your soulmate is very tuned in, very tapped into your energy. Ooh, wow. Not at all surprised that the death comes out. It's Pluto energy, Scorpio energy. Not at all surprised. I do sense that you might have to transmute certain wounds, or the divine relationship with your spouse, especially the physical intimacy part, could bring up some wounds. But I do sense that the S will be healing. It's not just S for the sake of S, you know. Like I feel like you are using physical intimacy to make the other person feel good. It's not about using one another for pleasure or pain. It's about making each other feel seen through touch, through intimacy, you know, making each other feel good. Yes, on a physical level there is pleasure, but that's not the goal. You know, the goal is to be with each other, the goal is to connect. So a lot of eye contact, like I feel like it automatically becomes like that, like the physical intimacy space, like it just becomes like that because you want to make the masculine energy feel seen and loved and desired and wanted. And I feel like they want you to feel respected, comfortable, cherished, in the experience, in the especially physically intimate. And I feel like that might not have been your experience always. Group number two, there could be some sort of sexual trauma that you carry, or physical abuse trauma that you carry, but there seems to be some sort of a wall that prevents you from giving like absolute trust and allowing yourself to experience a full connection without walls, without barriers. So I do feel like this death card is sort of coming out to sort of jolt you awake. Like the physical intimacy is going to jolt you awake, and they are going to ask for more. Like the masculine energy is going to push gently for more, and the feminine energy will be like, oh my gosh, like what is going on. And I feel like when those wounds come up within yourself, like, okay, I cannot trust because of so and so reason, or I do not want to try this because of so and so reason. Again, not at all forcing you to do something that you do not wish, but I do feel like you will be transmuting a lot of trauma. I also sense that you guys are having the kind of S where you both, but especially you, group number 2, you watching this reading, you will shed a lot of karma. Like, a lot of karma is getting cleared. A lot of bad karma from your ancestral line, or if you are carrying that, is getting cleared. Like, something is being shed. It's like the death of something within yourself, but it's not in a bad way. It's in a good way. It's in a way that makes you feel good. Okay, so I do feel that in the experience, it's going to feel really intense, because something is just, it's going to feel like something is being taken away from you, or like you're giving something that you do not wish to give. But again, I want, take this with a grain of salt, because I don't wish to perpetuate the fact that you have to do something that doesn't feel good. Okay, so please, you do not have to go through this if you do not wish to. But I feel like your future spouse, they create a space for you where you feel comfortable going into those memories or going into that pain, and I feel like they will help you through it. They will hold you through it. They will be like, oh, you do not want me to cross this line, like, why? Like, I would like more intimacy with you, more connection, more depth to the S that we are having, like, and you're going to be like, but I do not want that, because this happened to me and I'm not comfortable with that. And I feel like they'll be patient, especially if you're like a sexual abuse survivor. They'll be patient. And I feel like you will, if you have sexual trauma, oh my gosh, like, your soulmate is going to be so patient, so loving, but they are also like, they desire you a lot, group number 2. So please don't, do not, they desire you so much, it's hard for them to hold back, but they will, out of respect for you, and your comfort comes first, so they will hold back, but they will also push for more eventually. So I feel like this divine union, one of the reasons why you're coming into union with each other is because you're meant to heal this within yourself. You're not meant to stay stuck in trauma, group number 2. And this is an invitation, a call from the universe that, hey, like, you can experience full happiness, full connection. You don't have to hold back. You don't have to be ashamed of yourself. You don't have to carry walls within yourself. You are loved as you are, and your soulmate will be the physical, literal proof of that. We have the Queen of Wands upright. Oof. We have the 6 of Wands upright. Yeah, I also feel another similarity between you and your future spouse is that you guys could be overachievers, perfectionists. I just heard underachievers. So, like, either you're an overachiever or you guys are why did they say underachiever? What does that even mean? That sounds like underachievement in the sense that you could be disillusioned from the way the systems work. Like, you've seen through now, let's say, like, let's take something like the makeup industry or the medical industry, right? You know how they operate. Like, the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, hospitals, they all count on people being sick, and it's not like full healing can take place. It's like partial healing, and it's not healing on an energetic level. It's like they will give you a surgery on a physical level. They are not performing surgery on your soul, or they are not healing you energetically. So it's incomplete, and it counts on people being sick. It counts on people, like, all these antibiotics and these medications and pills that are not good for the human body are sort of given to humans, and like, oh, like, this is good for you, take it, like, eat it, drink it, and people accept it. And I feel like you guys are disillusioned from that. 10 of Wands reversed, 7 of Cups reversed also. So you guys are disillusioned. You're like, oh my gosh, the medical industry is not going to help me be healthy. I can't, like, follow these influencers or whatever. I cannot trust Google. Let me figure out what is healthy for me, what works for my body. Let me figure that out. And I feel like that is what I'm sensing, like, the sort of, like, underachieve. That is why, like, this sense of, like, this underachievement energy, where it's like, oh, I see that I see that the system counts on humans being discontent and like not happy with who they are, so they keep chasing for more. They keep pushing for more, like more makeup, more beauty, more money, more cars. Like they keep wanting more because the system does not want humans to experience true fulfillment and content. And I feel like you kind of stop chasing that. And that is why if you have a goal, it does not come from a place of starvation, or it does not come from a place of low self-esteem. It comes from a place of like, I know who I am, Queen of Swords. Your clarity is cutting through all of the systems. Like you see into the deep truth. So the systems or people are not able to sway you. They're not like, if people are like, let's say you go to a store and they're trying to push some new product for you to buy, you're like, nope, no thanks, and you walk away. Like, you're not mean or rude, but you're not going to allow yourself to be swayed by public opinion. And that is a similarity between you and your future spouse. Like, there seems to be some sort of a connection between 1 and 2, but again, take it as it resonates, because the energy was different. So if you felt called for 1, there could be some messages for you. It was not similar in the same sense. Yeah, your sword of clarity is cutting through everything. And I feel like you guys are power couple in the sense that Death and Queen of Swords energy power couple. Okay, like you guys are not there to please anyone, to impress anyone. You guys see through things. You guys are sweet, but there is a boundary. There's a very strong boundary to you. And you guys have a sacred and divine connection, and people will sense that when you are out in public. Like, people will be like, oh my gosh, like we can't get in. There is a strong like I don't want to say attraction, but yes, there is a lot of like S energy, a lot of compatible S energy. Like, you guys only want each other and no one else. That's also another similarity. They want you and you want them. That's it. And yeah, there is a lot of clarity as well. So let's say that you walk out and you are going to a store, and somebody like, they are like passive aggressive or like mean to you, and be like, they might say something like, oh, you won't be able to afford this. Like, I can show you something more affordable, and your future spouse will immediately shut it down. Like, and that's what I'm sensing. Like, you guys see through the shadow. You guys see through the games, and you're not playing the game. You're not there to chase. You're not there to impress. That's what I'm sensing. That's another similar energy. So very power couple vibes, but you guys are not trying to be a power couple. You're not dressing up in some expensive stuff and all that. You could, but that's not where your power comes from. Your power does not come from your clothes or a Rolex or like things like that. It comes from you. And yeah, the energy of the connection is very Death and Queen of Swords. Like, people know they cannot mess with you. They just know they cannot mess with you. You're on top of things with the 6 of Wands. You and your future spouse both. That's also another similarity. And you might want to build a family with them. I'm sensing that a lot of you will want to build a family, and that is what is going to happen. So that was it for the reading. Wow, this was a really beautiful energy. I hope you enjoyed listening, because I definitely enjoyed being in this energy and reading for you, group number 2. If you wish to book a personal reading with me, the email address is in the description. So you guys can email me and I will get back to you. And thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And thank you so much to your future spouse, their higher self, your higher self, and my guides and your guides. And thank you so much to all of the lovely cards for helping me channel for divine group number 2. I will see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello my loves. If you chose this third card, 𝒫𝒾𝓁𝓮, then this is going to be your reading. Now let me tap into group number 3's energy. I'm sensing strongly that this again is a extremely highly spiritual divine union, which is also true for the previous piles. I feel like whoever is clicking on the reading today, whichever pile you select, this is a very high level spiritual divine union. Now 𒫫𝒾𝓁 refers to the practice of withdrawing the senses inward. So you're not using your senses to sort of respond to the external environment. You are withdrawing your energy inward. Okay, and there are different stages to the different types, but I feel like with you guys, I do sense that there is a lot of introspection ability introspective ability with you. I feel like if you have gone through a lot, you automatically turned inward. The pain turned you inward, instead of like you realized, okay, I cannot look outside myself right now. Like, my parents do not love me, they are not capable of that, they are toxic, so I cannot put myself in danger by asking for love from them. And you turn inward and be like, okay, where is this coming from? Why do I want that? Why do I need that? Let me see. And you hold space. It's not about trying to get rid of it. It's like you hold space for that desire, and you like keep it safe until you can find people, until you can find your soul family that will respond to you and will respond and will match your energy. And I feel like your soulmate is definitely your soul family. So this is a very high level of soulmate connection that I'm sensing. Like, it is above romance, it is beyond romance, it's not just based on attraction, is what I'm getting strongly for you, group number 3. And I feel like it's going to rain outside my window, so the light is going down. I film in natural light, so if it's too dark, I apologize for that. But yeah, if it starts raining, wouldn't that be amazing? You will hear the raindrops, and I love the sound of rain. I feel like it's very romantic. But yeah, I feel like there is romance, but there's also not romance. Like, it's beyond romance. Your connection isn't just based on attraction, because attraction is based on subconscious wounds and subconscious aspects that have been disowned, dismissed, rejected, suppressed, repressed. And when you're attracted to someone, you're actually attracted to the part in you that you have repressed, and they sort of embody it. So a lot of like good girls have just to give you a very cliche example, I'm not going to go into the depth of it because that's not what the reading is about, but like you see a lot of like good girls be attracted to bad boys, and you think, oh, it's like the opposite attract. No, it's because the good girl actually was programmed or subconsciously made to believe that she cannot have autonomy, she cannot go for what she wants, she shouldn't be confident, she should be a good girl, she should be nice, she should be polite, she should greet everyone with a smile even if she doesn't want to. And so she'll be attracted to, and so she'll disown all of these aspects. Like, she'll disown her rightful and virtuous anger that loves her. She'll disown these aspects. And when she sees like the bad boy, the quintessential bad boy who embodies these traits, like without apology, even is vulgar about it, she's going to be attracted to that. So attraction is based on wounds, and so it's not complete, right? Because attraction is the opposite of creating a conscious union. And I feel like with you two, both of you, and this is something that's similar between both of you, I feel like both of you, when you guys come into union, or if you have not already, when both of you come into union, there is a desire for something that's beyond attraction, something that's beyond romance. Like, wow, don't know if you heard it, but there's thunder. Something that is beyond romance, yes. And I feel like both of you are calling in, like, you are your person's soulmate and they are your soulmate. So both of you are calling in, which is why I feel like the energy is so strong, is that you guys have withdrawn your energy from external stimuli or things that don't bring you fulfillment, that are like fake fulfillment, not real fulfillment. You understand that real fulfillment comes from connection, comes from genuine closeness, comes from experiencing people, comes from saying yes to life. And I feel like you're tapping into that. I also feel like if you are the feminine here, you could have a lot of energy. Like, your energy could be very similar to Hitomi Mochizuki, who does a lot of like videos on YouTube. And if you've seen her aesthetic, like, she's someone who lives very naturally. She's vegan, she does not eat meat, she wears natural clothing made of natural fabrics like cotton, very, very feminine, very simple. Like, she lives a very spiritual sort of life, and that's what I'm sensing now. I don't know if that is exactly how your life is going to look like, the way her YouTube videos look. I do feel that for some of you that could be something, if that is your wish, that could come true. But I sense that you are similar in that frequency where she's not chasing approval, she's not chasing validation. Like, she shares her life, she's genuinely wanting to transmute her trauma. And I feel like she has a very beautiful energy. Again, she's Scorpio, so she is misunderstood a lot, but I do sense that she's someone who is very feminine, is very sensual, very sexy too, and just a beautiful, beautiful soul that does not wish bad for people. And I feel like a lot of people can sometimes disown or dismiss the S part of women. Society sort of programs you to not explore your S side. And I feel like that's one of the atrocities committed against women, is that you're allowed to be sexual only if you allow yourself to be reduced to an object. If you are like, oh, I enjoy my own sexual energy, it's like divine energy, right? I enjoy this energy of creation, I enjoy being in this empress energy, then the society is like, no, like, you shouldn't feel that way, you shouldn't feel so good about yourself. And I feel like repressing women's sexuality or controlling women's sexuality is just like another way of society teaching women to, making women believe that there's something wrong with them, even though there isn't. And I feel like you are fully blossoming into your feminine energy if you are the feminine, and they are fully blossoming into their masculine energy. Blossoming is not the word for them. I feel like they are growing into their masculine, they're coming into their masculine energy. And I feel like that's the union here. It's the union of polarities, which is why it's going to feel so good, because for the first time in your life, you're experiencing genuine fulfillment, genuine contentment with each other. So let's look at more similarities. I'm going to turn on the light. I feel like it's too dark. So let's get to the cards. The light is not working, you guys. Anyway, we are not going to get disturbed. We are going to proceed with the reading. Oof, wow. We have the Queen of Wands. I think this came out for like one of the piles, so you could have been attracted to like pile number 2 or pile number 1. We have the Queen of Wands. Wow, this is how they see you. But again, I feel like for this group, there was a lot of fire energy there, but for this group, I do sense that there is almost like a stillness to the feminine energy. She is confident, in the kind of confidence where she doesn't boast, she doesn't ask, she doesn't beg, she doesn't demand, like, she just is. And her presence itself has such a strong energy imprint that people cannot help but turn around, like turn their heads to sort of see you, group number 3. Like, what is group number 3 up to? Who is group number 3? Are they a celebrity? Like, what is going on? Why is their energy so strong? Why are they felt so deeply by people? And people don't understand who you are, group number 3, but you do. And they see you as enigmatic. I heard enigma. You are seen as a mystery, as an enigma. You don't give your cards away. You hold yourself together very well, group number 3. We have the Star. It has come out reversed. We have the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Wands reversed. We have the Chariot. We have the 8 of Swords reversed. Ooh, we have Death again. I think Death and Queen of Wands came out for one of the previous piles. I feel like you could be like the mixture of 1, 2, and 3 is what I'm getting. Again, pile number 1 and 2, there were some similarities, but the energy was very different. But I do sense that you are like the amalgamation of 1, 2, and 3. Like, there's something really sacred and holy about you. Like, you carry a lot of opposite traits. Like, you're able to hold opposite traits within yourself. Like, you're absolutely strong, but you're absolutely soft too. You are like fire, and you are like water at the same time. So there is a level of intensity to your soul, to your energy, group number 3. I'm not going to lie, I do sense that strongly. And you can see the tone of my voice is also changing. I started off so soft, and now I'm like, group number 3, you are like this, you are like this, 11 as I say that. So this is very true, and I feel like you hold those opposites. And you know, somebody could look at you and be like, oh my gosh, group number 3 is so soft, they're so shy, they're so sweet, they're so quiet, and then they hear you speak and like, bam, like you're a different person. That's what they think. You're not a different person, but you know, you're just a master of multiple traits, but that's how they see it. Okay, group number 3. And I feel like your soulmate, your future spouse, is also like that. Like they also hold a lot of masculine traits, but not in a, how do I say it, like they want to take care of you, but there's no entitlement. You know, they want to provide for you, but there's no ego about it. Like they genuinely want to make you feel good, right? So if you could like take the masculine and strip the masculine of like all of the shadow expressions of a trait, right? For example, like drive is something that's masculine, initiation is something that's masculine, right? Now some men are super hyper aggressive about it, right? Nothing wrong, but you know, the ones that are like not, the ones that are not the ones that are not nice, the ones that are rude. Like I just heard a bad word and I didn't want to say it on YouTube, so that is why I was like trying not to say the bad word. But you know, the ones that are like a blank blank HOLES. So if you remove that sort of aggression, if you remove that sort of like I want to harm people, that sort of shadow from that energy, it becomes, the same energy is purified into something like I would like to serve. Like how can I be of service to humanity? What am I offering? What am I contributing? What is my place? What meaning does my existence have? Like how can I offer divine protection without making it feel like a cage? And I feel like the masculine energy here is transmuting all those wounds and unlearning what society has told them about sex or porn. Like they are unlearning all these things. You know, they're like, oh my gosh, like this is not it, this is not the kind of man I want to be. I do not wish to consume like all this pornography and stuff like that. Like, you know, like they are unlearning how society treats women. You know, they don't want to be the kind of man that treats women the way society does. You know, they want to treat women with respect, with love. And again, that goes for you as well, because you are their soulmate if you are the feminine energy here. So with the death card, star reverse, like I see them going through this like death period right now, where they are transmuting a lot of their shadows, a lot of like stepping into their divine masculine energy genuinely, so that they can be ready for you. I feel like you are embodying the Queen of Wands. If you are not already embodying the Queen of Wands energy, you will, regardless of gender. And I also feel like they will come towards you, or this union will come towards you soon. With the 8 of Swords reversed and the 8 of Cups reversed, I feel like with you, group number 3, whoever's watching this reading, regardless of gender, for you, you are transmuting a lot of self-doubt or self-limiting beliefs, where you believe that you don't deserve something, or you don't deserve money, or you don't deserve love. I feel like you are eradicating your barriers to love, to fulfillment, to like you're basically telling the universe, yes, I want more because I deserve more. You know, like I step into this energy of completion, I step into this energy of wholeness within myself, within my presence right now. So you're walking away from the chase, you're walking away from the hustle, you're walking away from industries and systems that profit off of people being insecure, discontent, and the light is working now. So again, take it as a sign, like the light is coming back into your life. You know, it's not dark anymore. And I feel like it's not like you're finding a light at the end of the tunnel, group number 3. You are the light. So with the star, I feel like you are the light, and you are finding that you don't need anybody else's light to follow. Like all you need to do is follow your own light, because you are the torch, you are the light. That's what I'm sensing strongly. Something similar had come out in my previous reading that I did, which is not a future spouse reading. But yeah, this is the group that is like the light in and of itself, you know. And I also feel like you guys could be very good friends with each other, group number 3, you and your soulmate are very good friends, and I feel like you could have like elder sibling energy. You guys take on pressure very well, you guys deal with things very well, and you guys will want to ease each other's life. Like, you don't want to become another source of pain. Like, you are there to give, you're not there to take. You're there to receive, give and receive. It's not about giving and taking as such. Like, you don't need to take anything, because you offer your love to them and they offer their love to you. So there's no need to beg or fight, or like, there is a level of like peace. I feel like your soul chose this union because like peace is something that's important. Like, I no longer wish to keep begging for the bare minimum. I no longer wish to settle for scraps. Like, I deserve a union where I do not have to question my worth or my place in a person's life. And I feel like your soulmate is going to be that. I almost feel like crying. I feel like this could have been something that's really painful for you, group number 3. Like, maybe you carried these wounds by yourself in the past, and now you've healed those wounds alone, and your soulmate is going to be super proud of you when they meet you. You guys are like 2 kids together. Like, there is with the 6 of cups, I feel like your inner child feels very safe with their inner child, and their inner child feels very safe with your inner child. So this is the kind of relationship where there is absolute trust. Again, that is also similar, where you are offering a sacred safe space for their soul, and they offer the same sacred space for you, group number 3. So yeah, this is a really beautiful energy, and I am going to end the reading here. Hold on, I feel like there's something more I'm missing. What am I missing? Yeah, you guys are similar but also different. Okay, let me know if you guys want me to do a reading on what are the differences between you and your future spouse, because I feel like I should. Differences doesn't always mean bad. Like, I feel like if you embody like light, they could embody the more dark aspects, like the death aspects, but it's not in a bad way. It's not in an evil way where they're trying to harm you or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. Like if you are fire, then they could be water, or if they are like water, then you could be more like fire. And you sort of bring, like, your union brings balance to each other's life. But it's not because you chased each other. It's because the universe is like pushing you to experience, like wanting you to experience more fulfillment and more love, which is why I feel like this divine union is meant for you. Okay, group number 3. So that was the last message, I think. Yeah, that was it. If you wish to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on the email address in the description. That is the only way to reach me. I do not offer like personal messages or my number. So if anyone gives you that, it's not me. The email address is the only way to contact me. And thank you so much for sharing your time with me, my beautiful, divine, lovely, amazing, handsome group number 3s. And I thank you, your soulmate, your higher self, your guides and my guides. And I thank all of the beautiful and lovely cards for helping me channel for my group number 3, my soul family today. I will see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Have a lovely day.